Hello there. I am Master Mental Magician Darius Green. Tonight, I will be performing a stunt, which will be one of the most astonishing things ever shown live on British telly. Across the aisles, tonight, I will be performing a stunt involving 50 drinking straws selected by a live volunteer from my audience. 49 of them will contain cyanide. One of them will not. My goal is to find the one which does not contain the cyanide. For those of you who are easily disturbed, you may not wish to watch this. You may wish to switch the program right now. But for those of you who are in for a rollicking good time, I'm Darius Green, and this is going to be a display of mental powers at work. So, grab a popcorn, grab a fish and chip, and prepare for the 50 straw and cyanide trick. And as always, there were no actors or stooges used in the making of this film, except for the ones who were. I'm the spookiest man in Britain.
Some viruses merely cause your computer to beep or display political messages. Others are extremely destructive. They damage data, delete files, and can even completely erase your hard disk.
Simple Johnny loves to eat. He also likes to read. What can he do if he wants to eat and read at the same time? Here's what to do. Take your book. Now, affix a fork to it. Now, when you're reading, you can eat while you're reading because you have a book fork. Thanks, Simple Johnny. This inventive life hack is sure to be the talk of the town. Right, people? You bet. Only the best life hack girly 20 items here at Moort, your #1 stop for all things quirky and fun.
One magazine speaks to the sailor. Hey, boy! Learn how to maneuver small boats in tight quarters and large ones where inches count. Read about major regattas like the America's Cup and the latest developments in professional sailing. You guys ready? If you want to improve your sailing performance, you should read Hey, boy! too.
Call 800-652-4242. Subscribe now and get 12 issues of Hey, boy! For only $12. Order Hey, boy! Now.
You know, with my condition, it's hard to keep track of things. You've got to write things down on little scraps of paper, Polaroids, Mount Fade. You've got to make little notes all over your skin. You've got to understand what's going on. Short-term memory loss. I can remember everything up to the accident, but after that, nothing. I have to wonder what exactly is going on, who's telling the truth and who's lying to me. It's hard to tell. It's hard to live with this condition, but I've got to make it through somehow. I'll avenge my wife. I'll catch the man who killed her. Remember Sammy Jenkins? Yes, I remember Sammy Jenkins. He's the man who had the same condition I do. Well, be in a less approachable form. I remember Sammy Jenkins. Who doesn't? Remember Jason Sudeikis? Why remember Jason Sudeikis? Wasn't he on SNL? The big guy. Why the shit did I write this? Why do I need to remember Jason Sudeikis? He was in We're the Millers. Perfectly average comedy about a raucous band of misfits pretending to be your average American family, but Jason Sudeikis. I know I need to remember Sammy Jenkins. Why do I need to remember Jason Sudeikis? This doesn't make any sense. What? Jason Sudeikis? Why? What the... Why? Jason frickin' Sudeikis?
The wrinkle of bridges, it's more crunchier. More crunchier. Once you pop, Roger, you can't stop.
Hello there, and welcome back to the Darius Green program. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am going to take 50 drinking straws, one of which does not contain cyanide, 49 of which do contain a lethal amount of cyanide. Now, I have chosen a member of my audience, a fan who signed up for this, by the name of Jasper, to help me out in tonight's epic trick. So, Jasper, please introduce yourself. Hi there, I'm Jasper, I'm 26 and I'm from Liverpool, England. And I like me some Spice Girls videos. And let me say, the man is a bloody genius. There just ain't no doubt about it. What's he got? You know? I enjoy the episode where he takes a guy and makes him believe that he's into zombies. I also like the episode where he hypnotizes a guy into donating $1,000 and then risks it on a roulette wheel and then he loses. You could be tricking me right now, he's such a genius. I could be Rowan Atkinson and I wouldn't even know it. This is crazy. Thank you, Jasper. Now, here's what I will ask. Here we have the straws. Take these straws, choose one of them, and give it to me. And the straw you choose will not have the lethal amount of cyanide within it. Do you understand? Okay. Whichever straw out of these you choose is going to be the one without the lethal amount of cyanide in it. Yeah, I got you. Okay. You don't know which one has the cyanide. I don't know which one has the cyanide. None of us do. Now, Jasper, take these straws, sort them up, choose one out at random. There we go. Whoopsie-daisy. There we go. Straws. Nothing on my sleeve? Okay. Here we go. Alright. Let's pick one. I choose this one. Now, this is the one out of the 50 which does not have a lethal amount of cyanide in it. Or was it supposed to be arsenic? I always get those two confused. Jasper, you better have picked the right one. Going to have to... I don't see anything, but they do say arsenic or cyanide or whatever can be invisible, so let's have a go at it. I will do this okay because I'm a trained magician and I always win. Because I know which random choice Jasper just made. So, here we go. Going to insert this into a glass of lemonade, a refreshing glass of lemonade, and if this is a straw with cyanide or arsenic or cannibal poison or whatever in it, then I will die because it has a lethal amount in it. So here we go. Refreshing. Now, I don't believe this was the one with the cyanide. Or was it arsenic? I don't believe this is the one with I think you'll see that Jasper picked the one with not the oh my god, what's going on? My heart is having strange palpitations. Nothing to worry about. I'm the spookiest man in Britain. Houdini could live through being submerged in water, so I, Darius Green, surely can. And this a little cyanide never hurt anybody, did it? Remember to tune in next week where I hypnotize a man to withdraw $1,000 from his bank account. And I spend an hour talking about how to beat the roulette, and then I don't win the roulette wheel. Cheerio. Darius? What have I done? He's a bloody genius, right? This is fake. Oh no. Oh dang, someone call 911. He's perished.
This was the town in which, in 1564, a son, William, was born to John and Mary Shakespeare.
Jonathan Simple loves sucking peanut butter. But what happens when your straw gets stuck and you can't suck any more peanut butter? Here's what you do. Take another straw. Crimp up the end. Now, insert it into the first straw. Take another straw. Crimp up the end and insert it into the third straw. Take another straw. Crimp up the end and insert it into the 14th straw. Take another straw. Crimp up the end and insert it into the 24th straw. Take another straw. Crimp up the end and insert it into the 53rd straw. Take another straw. Crimp up the end and insert it into the 364th straw. Congratulations! Now Jonathan Simple can suck his peanut butter worry-free. Thanks, Moort. And now it's time for Sheen Speaks.
Charlie Sheen has never been more candid about it and makes no excuses for it. He also shared with us some of what really happened that night last month when he was rushed to the hospital after a drug-filled night with porn stars. Your anger and your hate, I think, is coming off as erratic to people.
Passion. It's all
Okay, your passion is coming off as erratic to people.
You bar my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it. Unplug this bastard. Yeah, because it fires that is, I don't know when maybe from this particular film.
I think some of those things that you're putting out there are making people think something's wrong with you.
That has nothing to do with me. I mean, they're entitled to, I suppose, as interpret stuff as they must. Some are a doctor of.
Some are saying that you're bipolar.
Oh, what does that mean? Wow.
I guess that you're on 2 ends of the spectrum.
Wow. And then what? What's the cure? Medicine? Wow. Make me like that? Not gonna happen. I'm winning. Buying. In here. Where? What? And there. Now. If I'm bipolar, there aren't moments for a guy like crashes and like accordion. Oh my God, my mom's fault. Shut forward. It's all. Shut up. Stop. Move forward.
Have you had any celebrities reach out to you to help you?
Yeah, like radical people like Sean Penn and Mel Gibson and Colin Farrell and just radical people, and they're not telling me what to do.
Who gave you the best piece of advice?
Well, they didn't give me advice, and then that was great advice. Just love. It was just love. And so to see. It's oftentimes unknown, so occasionally, but as a giant marquee name comes around your caller ID, and it's like, win.
When was the last time you used?
I don't use I use a blend, a vacuum cleaner. I use household items. Last time I injected or took one was drugs.
Yes. Yeah. When was the last time you took drugs?
Such an AA expression. I don't remember. I do not remember.
A week ago, 2 weeks ago,
maybe a month
2 days ago.
6 weeks. I don't know. A couple more. I don't know. It was before the suits rolled in and said, change it. Change everything.
Tell me about the last time you took drugs.
Last time I took drugs, I probably took more than anybody could do.
What are we talking about? How much?
I know banging, and I was 7 grams finished and fishing them because that's how I roll.
Every DivX movie comes with a 2-day viewing period. During that time, you can watch it as often as you like. Reverse, fast forward, reverse, skip from scene to scene, reverse. And you're always free to pause at any time.
No, thanks. Please? No, thanks. A little one. Yeah, no, thanks.
5 tips for online dating. In today's modern world, online dating is the rage. Here are 5 cool tips to improve your online dating experience. 1. If you're a man, tell them that you're Felix Kjellberg. If you're not a man, tell them you're Nero. Men are romantically attracted to Nero. 2. Don't press the simpleton button. If you do, the song Mayor of Simpleton by XTC will play until the end of time, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. 3. Before visiting a real restaurant, try going out to the virtual restaurant. Be sure to try the virtual spare ribs. 4. If Alaskan oil baron Frederick Trump pops up on your screen, contact your local Trump removal force immediately. He will try to slather you in oil. 5. When you're done talking to your online lover, read some Kafka. This way, the next time you're talking to your online lover, you can brag about reading Kafka. These are only some of the amazing activities you can do in today's online dating environment. With a little luck, you'll get smooched. Have fun.
Hey man, how's it hanging? I'm doing pretty good. You will never guess what I just watched. What did you just watch? I watched The Handmaid's Tale. You know, the show that everyone's watching? Oh right, The Handmaid's Tale. The story the title is kind of set up to make it seem like it has some kind of precedent when it was only written in the 70s. Yeah, that's the one. Guess what the plot is? Oh man, the plot of The Handmaid's Tale must be really crazy. Do tell. The plot is, this group of insurgents manages to stage a coup of the entire United States government and make every woman a prostitute. And they go along with it, and the outside universe, the other countries, they just don't exist. Whoa, that sounds epic. Every woman being turned into a prostitute? That's a problem that today's women face. I betcha, you know? I can't get enough of these shows that make shit up and put forth these wild situations, these obscene scenarios, all for the sake of pointing out a current systemic problem. We can't just make a documentary. They've got to make it, you know, cool. Nothing says cool like a depressing plot and bad writing. Margaret Atwood, you cheeky Nando. I know, right? When feminists talk about oppression, what they're talking about is being turned into an unpaid prostitute in some kind of futuristic Christian sect. Yeah, that is the issue of the day, isn't it? The Handmaid's Tale. It's about a lady and she has to have sex no matter what. Man, Margaret Atwood is so topical. I mean, she sure is. She understands modern politics. She's not just some crazy old Canadian hag. Betcha. Guys, you'll never believe what I just found. What? What did you just find? I found 1984. Without this book, I would never understand that governments can abuse their power, something which was understood since the 1700s with the Enlightenment at least, but with 1984, I understand it because it's George Orwell, the sweet little mustache man. I love George Orwell. Me too. George Orwell. What a genius. I agree with that. George Orwell was so smart and such a genius. His books are so smart and good. That's right. He tells us to question authority. I'll never question his authority because he's smart. So he must be right. 1984, I love you, George Orwell, you cheeky Nando, you mad lad. The rebellion starts here, baby. It's 1984. I don't care about the context under which this was written. This is good. This is such a smart book. The world of 1984 is one in which eternal warfare is the price of bleak prosperity, in which the party keeps itself in power by complete control over man's actions and his thoughts, as the lovers Winston Smith and Julia learn when they try to evade the thought police and then join the underground opposition. The party can smash the last impulse of love, the last flicker of individuality. But let the reader beware. 1984 is more than a satire of totalitarian barbarism. It means us too, says Eric Fromm's afterward. It is not merely a political novel, but also a diagnosis of the deepest alienation in the mind of organization man. George Orwell writes with a swift, clean style that has come down from Defoe. Like Defoe, he creates an imaginary world that is completely convincing. From the first sentence to the last 4 words. Words which might stand as the epitaph of the 20th century. George Orwell, you fricking genius, I love you. Yeah, you gotta let us borrow that book. We gotta read that because it's so good. I couldn't live without reading 1984 because it's one of the, it's the shit. Man, 1984, I gotta read that. Yeah, me too. I want to read 1984 after I watch The Handmaid's Tale. Oh, Fred. What are your newest adventures in the perilous coven? Oh, the perilous coven of the Red Hoods, where all the men want to have sex with you. The Handmaid's Tale. Now on Hulu.
Mike, how about chicken salad? Cheese omelet?
Cheeseburger. Some French fries and a nice cold bottle of beer.
I'll see.
Simple Johnny has 2 popsicle sticks.
alcoholic beverages, but we have the best selection of alcoholic beverages.
I'm a dizzy daisy wheel on the edge of infinity, cruising along at a breakneck speed. I don't care what anybody else wants, all I care about is what I need. All I care about is what I need. He said, go down to the party and look sharp. I said, okay. No thanks, I'm a dizzy daisy wheel and I don't give a shit about your party. I'm a dizzy daisy wheel on the edge of infinity, cruising along at a breakneck speed. I don't care what anybody else wants, all I care about is what I need. All I care about is what I need. I said, hey, come on down to the dizzy daisy wheel and pie. He said, no thanks, I don't want a dizzy daisy wheel today. I'm a dizzy daisy wheel, and if there's one thing that you should know about dizzy daisy wheels, it's that dizzy daisy wheels always have their way. Okay, I'm a dizzy daisy wheel on the edge of infinity, cruising along at a breakneck speed. I don't care what anybody else wants, all I care about is what I need.
It's the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. It's the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. Have some refreshments.
Do 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 do.
What the wife selects on her console will be paid for by the husband at his counterpart console. All bills and transactions will be carried out electronically.